Good morning, Maya back. Here's the plan. Well, first, apologies for my very bedraggled appearance. It's hot as heck again today. The builder's here, we've done a walk around, so yeah, I'm a mess. Apologies. In the build today, more tiling, of course. More ceilings with paint, more walls with paint, I think. They're also going to be looking at doing some cabinetry inside the pantry. There's probably a ton of other stuff going on today. We need to take a look at some dimensions of a few things. We need to pick up the range hoods for the kitchens. Loads going on. It's going to be a busy one. What could possibly go wrong? It's Monday morning. The team's gathering. If you've watched Monday mornings before, you know what's coming. If you're new, we do this every Monday. I think more as a bonding exercise than anything else. Firstly, a prayer. We lead them to that. Prayer's over. Sometimes they will do a briefing. Not today. Crew size 16, which is our full complement, I believe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7.
Time to wake up. In your chair, standing up, whichever way you like. Try and join in. Get those juices flowing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. 6, 5, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 9.
Oh, counting on a Monday morning, not always the easiest, particularly not in your first language.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. First, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. First, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, the energy starts to kick in.
3, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And there we go. Monday morning exercise done. As always, if you look around, smiles on a lot of faces. Rather unusually, we'll start upstairs today. Frederick, down at the far end, starting to come down the right-hand edge of the upstairs hallway, getting tiles in along there. In the master bedroom, Ernie's getting a bit more skim coat or paint, not sure which, up near the top of the ceiling. And there's more in here. I can't really get to the other side, but this is Papa Jess, our electrician, working again on wiring for exterior lights over here on the south wall. Sorry about the tile cutting. Erwin going to work with skim coat in Aldrian's bedroom. Mr. Willie in Jack's room. Bit of clean up, and then more surface covering will be going on in here. And just down to my left, another preparation for a cabinet. I don't know if that's a revision to the one in the bathroom off the side of the patio, or if this is for somewhere completely different. We'll find out later. Big Boss Alan, ready to get involved. On site again this morning. We're just discussing the layout for the pantry. And on the wall, I guess this is Manny's artistry. This is very roughly what it will look like. So in here we will have, just in this corner, we've got a wine fridge that we've had forever. And take a dizzy pill, heading back around on this wall. I think we're going to have a chest freezer that's lying around already. Another decision that I think we probably have to make today is window frames. We have switched and we will now be using aluminium, or if you must, aluminum. So we've got some samples. I haven't seen them yet, but the builder's bought some samples today, and we need to get on with selecting those. Once those windows are in, that will then allow them to start thinking about putting flooring down in the bedrooms upstairs. They want the house to be kind of waterproofed up there because we're not using tiles. Keep watching, you'll find out what we are using. Something else that we might see inside both the main kitchen here and the dirty kitchen is we may this week get the range hoods installed. We have them both. They're both, well, we don't have them. They are sitting with CW Home Depot, but hopefully can be delivered whenever we want them. So those will probably be coming this week and may get installed this week. Today is the day, I think, where we'll start to get tiling on the patio area. Not inside the sunroom yet. That'll come a little later, but they're back putting in string lines again in preparation for laying those tiles. Inside the rather dark, gloomy and echoey little bathroom, powder room off the side of the sunroom, I've had to take out some tiles here. It's because we said that the cabinet for the wash basin in here was too big. It just took up too much of the space. So they're having to redo this. That is what the new metal frame is for that we saw sitting up in Jack's room. It's just after lunch. In fact, it's 2 o'clock. And I'm filming all of this lot for a second time because I forgot to switch on the microphone. Let's see if we get anything else wrong in the next few minutes. I'm expecting, though, Tile-icious things happening. Here at the front, Singing Rico is getting to grips again with waterproofing. I wasn't sure if all of this area would be waterproofed because in general it's not going to be exposed to the elements. It's got the base of the balcony above it as protection. So I thought maybe some areas here they might leave, but because rain can at times be almost horizontal here, I guess they're just going the extra mile and making sure they cover as much as they possibly can. There's really only this side of the house, this side of the front of the house, left to do. It's almost all waterproofed apart from that. They have put 2 coats on everywhere else. Maybe here they'll just limit it to 1. It's already Tile-icious. Don Don's back to work in the living room, putting into place some of the last few tiles in here. So that little area over by the entrance to the home theatre, a little bit more under the stairs, and just a tiny bit down to my left, just inside the door. Those are the last areas. Oh, there's going to be, I think, still a little bit more behind the stairs, just out of view. But fantastic that this is getting close to being done. In the pantry, we have skim coating and a little bit of cleanup going on. And that's because they're preparing to start putting cabinets in. We have now given them the dimensions for the wine fridge, which will be over in this corner. And just down to our right, just inside the door from the kitchen, there'll be a chest freezer. So they wanted those before they started building any cabinets in here. Now, walls being kind of finished, cabinetry may commence. I only gave them those dimensions 15 minutes ago, and then I looked at this and thought, oh my word, that's fast. Actually, this is one they prepared earlier, and this is for the laundry room. But over here, lead foreman Manny getting to grips with more cabinetry. He's probably going to be doing lots of pretty pictures of how it should all look. At the top of the stairs, The tiling continued a little bit down towards the far end, but now they've switched their attention and we're moving around the corner towards where the double height entry is and towards the master bedroom. Oh, we have Papa Jess along with lead master electrician William. They're apparently playing skipping games. I think this is all to do still with exterior lights. There will be on the, what is this, the south facing side of the house, there will be 4 lights. I think that'll be a mixture of upward and downward pointing spotlights, as they will be in most places. So they're working here, and in fact we have 2 other guys working on electrical right now. I'll show you those in just a moment, but before we do, Ernie, still in here. A few minutes ago, sanding, now applying more. I imagine that now is paint, but I can't tell. Back to guesswork again. Still in the master bedroom. This is one of the channels they drilled out for the wiring for those exterior lights. All of the exterior lights will be controlled on a single switch or circuit at least, and they will all be controlled from here in the master bedroom. In the room at the front of the house on the north side, this is Sabrina's room. Again, a couple of guys doing electrical work in here, so you can see a couple of channels here. Along the whole side of this house there will again be 4 exterior lights. Double Tile-icious. Mr. Rene, helped by Carlito, is starting to get the tiles down here. And for the sharp-eyed amongst you, you might spot these are the same tiles that we used in the spa. And just here, the idea was to sort of reflect the ceiling, the PVC panels which we've got up there. Obviously not a colour match, not exactly the same, but just that wood-like appearance. But these are, again, regular tiles. I'm just peering into the gym. I wanted to take a look at something that I think it was Rich Warden spotted a couple of days ago. But I can't check it because it's hidden away behind these wooden boards. But behind there was a tile, maybe more than one, that didn't look as if they were all fully 90-degree angles, and it just suggested that the column or part of the wall wasn't exactly straight. I'm hoping it's not noticeable. I'm hoping we can leave it alone, but I can't check it right now because of these boards. I don't know whether over time those little tiny imperfections become more or less noticeable. We'll have to wait and see. It's 4:30. In fact, it's 4:45 because at 4:31 we had a downpour. It was very brief, but there's a lot more black cloud around, so I've got to be quick. I'm over here by the greenhouse, where we're hoping to grow some food, because Tim B said, I've got a vegetable joke, but it might be corny. There you go. Maintaining the unbelievable standard of humour, only available here on Philippines 4.0. Stephen P put in a comment, having watched yesterday's kind of slightly different one where we looked at how we were after 10 months. He put in a comment to say he was pleased that I managed to avoid crashing the drone into this mango tree. And if you've been watching for a long time, you might remember I did crash the drone into this mango tree. Well, Stephen, you see these temporary utility lines over here? Hard to make out, I know. That was the problem yesterday. Let me show you what happened. So yes, I missed the mango tree, but I did hit those lines. And for the second time, the drone showed it's a pretty robust little beast. It's a DJI Air 2S. Having crashed it twice, it has not hit the ground on both occasions. These utility lines are probably only, I don't know, 12, 15 feet off the ground, but it managed to stabilize itself before it hit.
So they are pretty robust little beasts. I'm no expert by any stretch of the imagination, but if you are looking at drones, I mean, there are new ones and better ones coming out all the time, but the DJI Air 2S has worked well for me so far. Up on the south side of the house, you can probably make out now there's 4 red bits of conduit emerging from the wall. That's where the external lights will be. No fixtures on those yet. I'm not sure the builder's actually got them, but ready to go. And over here there was more waterproofing done. Again, it may be that they only choose to do 1 coat under here because it is quite protected. In the living room, Don didn't quite get finished in here. He's still got maybe one tile over by the door to the home theatre room. He's still got this little area below the stairs, and in fact beyond the stairs there's still 3 or 4 more tiles that need to go in there. Just looking over my shoulder, sorry for the camera shake, he did put in the last remaining piece just down to our left, inside the left-hand side of this entrance. In the rather gloomy pantry, no cabinets have appeared yet, but they've only had a couple of hours. What I can see, and I'm not sure the camera will pick up, is that the far wall and the lower part of the left wall, in fact both ends, are quite a lot whiter and more smooth looking than higher up. So I think that's been the focus for the remainder of the afternoon, and probably a bit more, maybe a lot more of tomorrow as well. The cabinet for the laundry room, still not in the laundry room, still in the kitchen. Currently having a lie down in the dining room, however, is a humongous cabinet, which I assume is for the pantry. I'm sure we'll find out tomorrow. On the patio, more and more and more tiling here. Double Tile-icious. At the top of the stairs, Frederick's gone around the corner a little bit with these rather tricky tiles. That's what's taking quite a long time right now. But there you go. What's that then? Triple Tile-icious. That's going on the thumbnail. In the master bedroom, all the way across the top here, is now a very clean looking white. So this is where Ernie was focused, I think, most of the day. There's a clear difference in the surface finish now, but I can't tell you how many layers of what we've got to. I should really look back at the video from a couple of days ago because I've forgotten. Over on that far wall, only the 1 skim coat, and I think that wall will have a different kind of finish, not a paint finish. So it doesn't need a lot of skim coat on there. The end of the day. In the other bedrooms, there was no clear and obvious change that I could show you, so we'll leave that for another day. We did have, again, our plumber, Mr. Rennell, on site all day today, and I didn't catch what he was doing, and I'm starting to feel really bad about this because I know that during this entire series of videos, I have talked very little about plumbing, drainage, and I really ought to be focused on that a little bit more. Maybe I can try and see if I can have a better look at what he's up to tomorrow. But that is the end. Absolutely triple Tile-icious. See you tomorrow.